The sixth, the initial, the summary of, as I read this morning, what's to be known and what is to be practiced, the sixth one, and the result. Here, as I mentioned, is the practice means, it's actually the translation should be like a way to familiarize, like how to familiarize. Now this all what you've studied. It's not enough just to know it. Now you have to put time and familiarize it. Get used to it. So what is to be practiced? What is to be or to be practiced, or what is to say the way to familiarize? Yes. Concerning the mind or the wisdom awareness, if all phenomena are empty by nature, you might ask if it is necessary to practice or to familiarize it. That which you have understood, everything is non-existent by itself. Also, neither exists nor none exists. That one. So, is there anything this is necessary to familiarize or to practice it? So that's said, yes, it's necessary to practice, necessary to familiarize. For example, even if silver ore is of the nature of the silver, the ore has the silver nature, until the ore is smelted, produce the silver does not appear. Even though the silver ore has the silver is there, but just by being it is the silver nature does not mean the silver is obvious, clear. So to bring it about clear, if one desires molten silver, one must smell the ore. Likewise, all phenomena are from the very beginning of the nature of the emptiness, free from all elaboration. There's nothing to elaborate. There's nothing to contrive. But since there is the appearance of various things to sentient beings, and the experience of the various sufferings, this wisdom must be understood and practiced, familiarized. Even though every sentient being is the Buddha nature, but we suffer because we have not revealed our Buddha nature, because we have failed to recognize the Buddha nature. So to free from that, it's logical. First, understood it, recognize it, then familiarize it. Like say, the milk has the butter. Even the butter is permeated within the milk, but it doesn't work as the butter when the milk is there. So if you want milk, you have to churn. First understand there's a milk, and then churn it. And they produce the milk, and they produce the butter. Then finally you get the butter. You use as the butter. Likewise, so we have the Buddha nature. So this is how to recognize your Buddha nature. Now once you recognize this, now you have to exercise it, familiarize it, put into practice. This is what is suggesting here now. Therefore, one should understand as was explained before, and 2, And to practice or to familiarize, there are 4 stages. Now see, the preliminary, as you see, the preliminary, all those purifications, since everything constitutes in the causes and condition, so we have to create the cause. All those like taking refuge. First there's 4 what I call common foundations. Recognize your precious human life, as we went in this book. And then impermanence of all phenomena, and suffering of the samsara, and causality of all phenomena. These are such important, because these common foundation makes a condition why we should practice the Dharma. Without them, without understanding them, it doesn't make sense so much why we want to practice Dharma. Once you understood them and convince yourself, then you see, take refuge in the Buddha and do all the purification practices. And mandala offering like this, accumulation of the merit and wisdoms, and the Guru Yoga, bodhicitta practices. Those practices you do. So this is called preliminaries. It's called prerequisite. They are the requirement necessary. And as a matter of fact, each of these practices has a complete meditation. Refuge, it has its own complete meditation, beginning, middle, end, to become Buddha. Vajrasattva as well, mandala, and Guru Yoga especially, and bodhicitta practice. So don't treat them as a preliminary, but rather as meditate as a requirement. It's necessary. Or say compulsory, isn't it? What means compulsory? Oh, you must do. Yeah. So again here, there's no negotiation. What if I do this much? Then she has said preliminaries, and then what I said, equipoise, you see. Then, after taking those, meditate your mind, equipoise. Special for Mahmud realization. Sometimes maybe, I don't know if you have heard of, sometimes in the Dzogchen teaching, they will put some emphasis in for Dzogchen that you no need equipoise. I think that's not true. Dzogchen, Mahmud, any practice you need equipoise. You have to calm the mind. You have to look at the Rigpa, the mind as such. To look at that, to meditate on that, this equipoise indispensable. See? Make sense? No. In the chaos mind, without mindfulness, I don't think there's a Rigpa. No, the Rigpa is lost in that state. So I said, the equipoise. Why should all as we did, at the meditative concentration, all the steps there, how to achieve, to equipoise. So those all are requirement. Then you see the post-meditative stage and how to integrate the equipoise meditation into the post-meditative stage. and the sign of the practice. Then when you have this all requirement put together and practice the Mahamudra, and what kind of sign is there? What kind of sign you are looking for? The sign of this, calm the mind, relax the mind, ease as it is.
And rising mind.
Not so excited, just relax. No. And then that is because that's free from suffering. That's free from the delusion. That's what we're looking for. See here. The preliminary step is to settle the mind into its natural state. How it is stabilized. The 700th stanza Profession of Wisdom says, a son or daughter of noble family, means those who belong to Mayan family, who had the seed of the bodhicitta, should maintain a seed in a solitude. So I think this place like here, down at Lama House, this place is perfect for solitude. If we build few cabins here, there, and two meditators encouraged to come, like week-long, a month-long, do retreat. We have the place. We just need to do it. Instead of discouraging each other, encourage each other, support each other. No. So see, solitude, should delight in a place free from disturbances, you see. Mind free from all the different disturbances. Because at the beginning, our mind is so fragile. Very, very easy to get upset. Very easy to agitated. Very easy to attached. Aversion. So such, we need those good conditions. Free from disturbances, and then sit in the full lotus position. Or, if your leg is very difficult, sit on this chair. Relax. Without letting the mind be concerned with all the signs and so forth, means all like 8 worldly concerns, gain and loss, comfort, discomfort, praise and blame, happiness and suffering, would involve all those 8 worldly concerns. So these are the prerequisites for the Mahamudra practice. One should proceed according to the preliminary of the Mahamudra, as earlier mentioned, so go through those practices. Just like me, I would like, without those other practices, I like to jump to the Mahamudra. Say, give me all this Mahamudra right now here. I would like also, Give me all the chakra channel systems right now here. I would like it. But then, when you get it, you don't know how to do it. You don't know how to digest. You're not prepared. So now what? So if you do go step by step, then it's all so prepared. That's what it's for, you see. Like a kindergarten child, of course maybe like to go to the PhD degree, So I want to get PhD degree now. But it's from kindergarten, you have to go to elementary school, high school, college, all these steps, then that individual is well prepared to get a PhD. The same thing. Then for all the methods of equipoise, one should also train according to the instructions of the Mahamudra. One should set the mind free from effort, without any conceptualizing whatsoever for of existence and non-existence. Then you see all above, just which mentioned there. See explanation of the explanation of the sixth nature of liberation is the nature of nirvana. That one you bring here. Then you familiarize. Day after day. Because our habit in the samsara is such, so tuned in, just follows in that direction effortlessly. Whereas back to the Mahamudra, you need a lot of effort, a lot of support, a lot of inspirations, without which easily fall down to the wrong direction. Very easy to get upset. You know Dharma well, but upset and depressed. Sometimes you cry. Well, having all these precious Dharma teachings here, putting there, and here we're so depressed. Very strange, isn't it? You receive all these precious teachings. It's so strange, you know. Instead of feeling, I'm so fortunate, I have those all teachings, I have every method to overcome this. Instead of that, you know, you forgot all their and you make yourself miserable. Nobody makes miserable. What do you call that?
Insanity.
Oh.
I call that insanity.
What do you say?
I call that insanity.
Insanity. Okay.
That's the normal way.
It's normal, isn't it? Yeah, it's normal. Yes, in the samsara it's normal. Should uplift yourself, you know. Fresh yourself. Practice. When you look at the bookshelves, all the books there, you know, you read so many of those, and you have received those teachings, but then all the books are put there, you are depressed there. It's very strange, you know. So this called the world is very strange. That's why we need familiarization, you know. We have to familiarize this, you know. That's called inveterate propensity, you know. Just it becomes normal, you know. You know the word inveterate propensity? You know that?
We keep doing it over and over.
Yeah, inveterate propensity. Very deeply rooted, the negative habit. Yes. So deeply rooted. And doesn't give you any chance, drag you in that direction back to, there's this inveterate propensity says, you are belong to here, don't go far from here. Then say, then you say, okay, I obey you. So to free from this, all these practices are so important, so precious, There's nothing so much new to learn. What you learn, practice. Free from effort, without any conceptualizing whatsoever of existence or non-existence, acceptance or rejections. Leave the mind free from exertion. Means leave the mind as it is. Now here come, you see, here coming higher state of the, this is talking to those people who have high capacity of the equipoise state of the mind. Okay. This is in mind free from exertion. You're so kind of familiar to this and live as it is, like a cotton ball you leave on the table. It's very gentle, soft, very soft. Like that, see. Concerning this, Delapa says, see, do not ponder. Do not think, means conceptualize. Do not cognize. Do not meditate, means with the duality thoughts. I'm meditating here. It's not saying you don't meditate. But don't meditate means don't conceptualize. Or examine. Then don't make your mind. Because you already, finalized all those, with all this analysis. So now no need to examine. Now need to familiarize. So leave the mind to itself. Means leave the mind as it is. So you see, to do this, the equipoise, the observation of the mind, so crucial. You need to relax that state. This is called the 6 dharmas of Delapa here. 6 dharmas of Delapa. It's very famous, this. Do not ponder means don't reflect the past. Don't reflect the future. Don't reflect on now. Just relax. Also concerning the way to rest a fatigued minds. We are so fatigued in the samsara. We are so exhausted within the delusion, suffering one after another. If you look at all sessions, we are so exhausted. They are so exhausted in duality that sometimes when they have no any choice, they suicide. No, because they're so exhausted. So we're so fatigued, so fragile. So saying, lesson son means all the Dharma practitioners. You are conceptualized. Here the self is neither bound nor liberated. There's nothing to bound, there's nothing to liberate. Say. Free from the conceptualization, say, now. Therefore, JOL means listen to me. Rest your fatigue freely, so your fatigued mind rest freely. Without scattering or contrivance, you see. Don't scatter here, there. Don't contrive. Relax the mind. Free yourself. Free from grasping and fixation. That's called let go of all the hope and fear. Nagarjuna also says, just as the mind of an elephant becomes calm after being trained, the wild elephant is caught, and the trained elephant for many months or years. So when the elephant is well trained, and it does its job freely, easily. So likewise, so by ceasing all coming and going means back and forth in the duality, one is naturally relaxed, realizing this, what Dharma. So what Dharma do I need? Realizing this nature, what Dharma I need now. Means what kind of more teaching what I need. This is what I need. Just relax. So this is very good examples, So when elephant is well trained, so before when elephant is not trained, it's very wild. It can destroy houses, forests, people, kill people, But then when it's well trained, then it's so obedient and so gentle. Likewise, when the mind is not trained, it's so wild. Do anything, create all the cause of suffering. So when you train this way, through this all purification practices, all the prerequisite training, bring together, relax. And the total peace is there. That this peace is called undefiled peace. And he also says, do not conceptualize anywhere and do not think anything. This means all the conceptualizing, all these mental activities. Do not make artificial constructions. Rest naturally and lose it. Means lose all the boundaries. Make the mind free. The uncontrived is an unborn natural treasury. This is the treasury. Uncontrived. That's the best treasure you can get. Because all the happiness, all the joy, free from all this contrived elaboration. This one, that's what's the treasure, you see. The place where all the victorious ones of the 3 times have gone. So in that place, the Buddhas of the past, present, future, abide there. Shawarin was a student of Nagarjuna, a teacher of Metripa. So do not see any faults anywhere. So do not see faults, because everything's free from elaboration. Practice nothing whatsoever. Means don't conceptualize your practice. Now this is saying the Mahamudra state, you see. Do not desire heat. Signs, so like when you practice chakra channels, I want to produce heat. Don't desire those things. And the ultimate level saying, and so forth. Although non-meditation has indeed been taught, so there's nothing to meditate. No need effort. It's taught. But saying, do not fall under the power of laziness and indifference. So you say, there's nothing to meditate. Sleep. There's nothing to meditate. Then you just wander, become lazy. See, that sometimes happens, practitioners. Or in the Dharma we don't need anything. Then you become so lazy, careless. So this is not the point. Mentally avoid all this, the 8 worldly concerns. Relax. See, yes, I see. Continually practice mindfulness, you see. Continually the mindfulness should be there. So when one time, Milarepa, he asked lunch, going to different villages. And there was a young woman who was a child, baby, very baby young. And then in her garden there's a goat. And so Milarepa came in and said, he asked, can you provide me a lunch? And she said, yes, I will provide you, but just I have to go out there, very emergency, something like that. So please you watch my baby here and watch the goat, And then she went. When she came back, the baby is crying, helplessly crying. The goat is eating all the vegetable in the garden, And she was completely, paranoid or so upset. You are asking lunch, here, and you have no any compassion. You are not concerned whatsoever. My child is crying there helplessly. The goat is eating all this, my vegetable. Why you can't do this, Then Milarepa said, yes, I understand. But I become so busy to watch my mind baby. So I didn't get a chance to watch the other, your child, your baby. And my mind, the God, is become so busy, So I have very hard time to hold that. So I didn't get a chance to watch your God outside there.
Did she calm down and do that?
And she said, she said, this doesn't make any sense, she said. I want my baby happy. I want my vegetable, safe. No, this doesn't do any solution, And she was so angry, upset, and went out. There's a big gathering there, many people. So it looks like Milarepa didn't get anything from her, Then he went on to the gathering. And he says, can you share some food for me, And then, again she said, no. When you have time to watch the baby and the God, you don't do it. Now here we have time to eat, so we don't need you, she said, And again he explained all the details, And all those gathered people so impressed. They said, that's right. We all happy involved with this. No any problem is solved. Suffering comes one after another. He explained further because, he went. So that's what he was doing. That's what he's saying here, When you come, there's a lot of degrees you have to understand. You have to have the skill in the mind, When you look outside, looks like Miller was careless. He does nothing, wasting his time. Knows nothing. But how much he's working hard. All his delusions in the mind, getting rid of, purifying. That's how he built up, you see. So they need those kind of how to translate those things, you see. When you don't know how to translation of those things, there's sometimes misunderstanding. Dharma practitioner means careless, become lazy, It's double the working harder. Because to free from samsara is not something, it's not so easy. When life goes well, they say, something like, I'm a very good Dharma practitioner. Then I smile. People think I'm also a good Dharma practitioner. And I think also I'm a good practitioner. Then when chaos comes, then just ordinary. I'm upset. I'm depressed. Nothing special, you see. That kind of Dharma practice doesn't do any good, Working really hard, that's what you see. What is it? Uprooting this. That's what I mentioned. Inveterate propensity. It's not easy to get rid of. But if we make enough effort, we can. We know that we should when we have Dharma. When we have Dharma, it's the time. When there's no Dharma, then no possibility, no opportunity. Because there's no any wisdom. So I just want to share that, someone you say, relax, carefree, Accomplishing the meaning of meditation says, at the time of meditation, don't meditate on anything whatsoever. What is called meditation is only a designation. So meditation is just a word, designation. Means don't meditate in a contrived state of mind. Relax the mind as it is, which is very difficult. As I mentioned, we are so used to in the contrived state, in the duality state. Very difficult. So to do this, again, it's mentioned all the before we did, all this, all the analysis, the person self, the phenomena self, how we have refuted them, how we, through the analytical system, how we have analyzed that the nature, how they not exist. Not just saying they not exist, but saying through the reasoning how they not exist. So these all states are very important, necessary to go beforehand to come to this point. Sarha also says, if there is attachment anywhere, release it here. When there's any attachment to good or bad, release the attachment. Where there is realization, everything is that. When you realize everything as it is, and that's everything. Other than this, there is nothing to be understood by anyone, because whole universe is functioning within that. When you realize that nature is, it's nirvana. When you not realize that nature is it, it's samsara. So that's everything. That's the basis of the manifestation of nirvana and samsara. So I say, just relax there. See it nature. And Atisha says, it is profound, see, it's called profound because our ordinary person, not ordinary person, ordinary mind, or the duality mind cannot capture. This is called profound. And free from elaboration means our mind is so elaborated. We elaborate our thoughts here and there. When you do something, you have to elaborate your thoughts. How to make it better, so forth. So it's free from elaboration. It is a luminous, uncreated. Luminous means there's no obstacles or there's no obstructions or delusions within that state. It is clear as it is. So it's uncreated. It's unborn. There's nothing to born from there. It's unborn. It's unceasing and pure from the beginning. Right from the beginning, it's pure. The all-pervading Dharma spheres, means all-pervading Dharma sphere means all emptiness nature. Pervading emptiness nature. In Sanskrit, it's called Dharma Dhatu. It's called Dharma Dhatu, is all-pervading Dharma sphere. Dharma means phenomena. All-pervading phenomena sphere, which is of the nature of nirvana, without center or edge. See? No boundary, no fringes. Cannot be conceptualized. That you cannot conceptualize that. And by the subtle eye, see, of intelligence, means your incisive wisdom eye can only see it. Not by physical eyes. Therefore, it should be viewed without laxity, say, excitement, or dimness. That's how when the mind is free from all the boundary. When there's laxity, lethargy, you cannot see it. When the mind is excited, become busy, cannot see it. Or dimness, just dark, cannot see it. So that's why shamatha, calm abiding. So crucial. And all pervading Dharma sphere, the Dharma Dhatu, is free of elaboration. Set the mind there, free of elaboration. Say now, how we're doing. We can call this. Setting the mind this way is unmistaken, method of practicing wisdom awareness. Furthermore, the 700th stanza Perfection of Wisdom says, wherever there is no accepting, grasping, or rejection of phenomena, there is meditating. There is the meditating in the perfection of wisdom awareness. That's called, when the mind is set, free from all the duality, free from elaboration. That's called meditation. Relaxing. Wherever there is no abiding whatsoever, there is meditating in the perfection of wisdom awareness. So wherever there's no abiding, means no grasping, no holding something, no place to abide, and that state is called meditation. It's meditation in the perfection of wisdom. Wherever there is no conceptualizing, nor objectifying, there is meditating in the perfection of wisdom awareness. So you see, the 8,000th stanza Perfection of Wisdom says, meditating on this perfection of wisdom awareness is not meditating on any phenomena whatsoever. There's no object to meditate. Simply just relax the mind as it is. So there's when you are not careful on these, sometimes in the shamatha, when you have very good shamatha, one may have this kind of quality, but there's no special insight. No. So shamatha or meditative concentration is common to Buddhists and non-Buddhists. Nothing special for Buddhists. But what makes the difference is special insight. As we went through all the analysis and have captured all this nothing existence, and that with that wisdom and with shamatha, then we could sit like this, meditate this. Then it becomes, as mentioned, a demarcation, samsara and nirvana. So this we have to, remind ourselves. And from the same sutra, meditating on the perfection of wisdom awareness is like meditating on the sky. See? Meditate on the sky. Now here, see, if we wonder what meditating on the so what means meditating on the sky? Now, what do you mean? So meditate on sky. Just asking that question. On the sky, is the same text says, sutra. The sky is without conceptual thoughts. The sky is free from all this duality. The perfection of wisdom awareness is without conceptual thought. The difference is when we meditate, it's called consciousness. The sky has no consciousness, but where it abides the same way like that, meditating. The condensed perfection of wisdom sutra says, not conceptualizing either arising or non-arising is the supreme practice of the perfection of wisdom awareness. So it's all similar, you see. Very similar. It's just repeating, just reinforcing what this practice is about. Acharya Vakishwarawa also says, do not think about what can be talked about, and do not think about what cannot be talked about. when one thinks about neither the thinkable or nor the unthinkable, emptiness will be seen. See? What do you call this? Yeah, I think you understood this. If you have meditation. If one wonders how emptiness can be seen, it is said in the accomplishment of the Dharma Dhatu Sutra, when emptiness is seen, there is no seeing. There's nothing to be seen. That which is nothing to be seen is called seeing. It's called special insight. There's nothing to see. That is called special insight. It's very paradox, isn't it? So in our duality mind, that's what it does. And exalted one, do not seeing, so not seeing all phenomena is seen perfectly. This what means not seeing what is to be seen. That if that is the case, it's not the perfect, This day you can see something, but you have not seen it, so it's not right. It's not seen. There's nothing to see. So there's nothing to see, and you have seen it directly. So that's what's called seeing directly what is not been seen. Make sense? So this is the difference, you see. And seeing nothing whatsoever is seeing suchness, or as it is, uncontrived. So we'll finish this